Minnesota at Cleveland. The Brownies actually showed a little life that last week. They played the Titans pretty tough, found a way to lose as usual, but hey, at least they're competitive. And congrats to Hugh Jackson for still having a job without having to win football games. But anyway, we've got ourselves another London game and another really low total. I guess the books are starting to catch on. You know, degenerates love betting the overs. But anyway, Minnesota opened up the betting as the 7.5-point favorites and the total at 37.5. Since the betting opened up, no surprises here. All of that early action came pouring in on the Vikings to get the job done. Right now, Minnesota's minus 9.5 with the total remaining at a feeble 37.5. Currently, the Vikes are 435 to win it outright for some money line cash. And at the moment, just 41% of the betting public has action on Cleveland. So we should see the spread get to double digits at some point during the week. Once again, this game kicks off at 9:30 Eastern across the pine at Twickenham Stadium. If you're betting sides in this one, you're probably just as confused as I am when it comes to selecting a winner against the spread. The Brownies have covered just 2 of 7 overall and just 2 of 6 catching points. Most recently, Cleveland's failed to successfully cover the spread in 3 of their last 4. They've got themselves a Minnesota team who's 4-3 against the spread overall. Not bad, but this Minnesota ball club is a winless 0-2 against the spread away from home. They're also 0-1 covering as the official road favorite and over 0-1 covering against teams under 500. Now, before last week's action, they actually failed to cover 2 of their previous 3 as well. The Vikes on the year have failed to cover over the likes of Chicago and Detroit in back-to-back games. All told, there are certainly trouble spots for bettors on both sides when it comes to the spread. Now, when it comes to the total, this opening line seems very sharp to me. Minnesota's giving up just 14 points a game in their last 4. They're also 0-3 to the overs before last week's action. Meanwhile, very similar story on the Cleveland side. Haven't seen a whole lot of points in their games. Browns games are just 1-3 to the overs themselves, and they're scoring just 11 points per contest in their last 4. You just can't make this total low enough for me. Total-wise, I've got to make a play here and take the under 37.5. And when it comes to choosing sides, there just isn't enough evidence that makes me think either team can cover double digits. That said, I think it's pretty obvious the Vikings are going to get the job done some way, somehow. But if the Brownies have any shot at upsetting someone, it certainly can be overseas. All told, however, I'm going to lay a hefty price for some easy money and take Minnesota straight up with the under 37.5.